For me with YouTube, I often will just listen to people. I hope that at least some part of this audience, if there is any kind of audience, would be watching just to listen rather than look. It's to look. Hopefully, I don't get to decide what that is for you, but that's cool too. There's various outcomes that I look forward to or that I desire that I think will lead to a better world. A part of that for me is the end of wokeism. It's like the end of this whole woke politics kind of stuff. And maybe that won't happen. Maybe we're going to be stuck with it forever. It's going to anchor us down into the abyss. Oh gosh, dude, I'm getting haunted. Give me a second. I think he's going to the left. Holy God, I don't want to be followed by some kid. I'm going to turn around if they're following me. I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable. It just makes me uncomfortable from all sorts of angles, but especially just speaking my mind. If there's some yelling kid, and for you guys, I'm going the other way. This isn't gonna work. That kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I think it's just more of like, change of plans. I have to like turn down this beautiful freaking hike I was just planning and head back to this little area and be in my little corner of the world, because that's where I can find my space. During the day, I find it very frustrating, I think, compared to night, because at night it's like I can roam and it's like, okay, there'll be some random yelling kid or like 30 lawnmowers going off randomly. You know what I mean? But it's bad. Like, I shouldn't be bothered or angered by the reality of other living things around me just living their lives. You know what I mean? And it's I don't feel that way necessarily. It's just more of like having to it's a reality. It doesn't matter how I feel about it. It's just I have to navigate around it. It just kind of nerfs like my own plans and my own mission, because it's like, oh, okay, here's these people like disrupting the whole mission, like a crying baby as I try to sing this. Maybe I'm gonna go somewhere else and sing somewhere else because there's crying babies. Or like, oh, here's like 50 chirping birds and like 30 toads doing like their own like orchestra. And I'm like trying over here to like play a guitar, and I'm like, okay, well, oh gosh dang it, here comes kids with freaking bikes and stuff, having fun. I'm so angry and pissed off. Gosh dang it, humbug, and or whatever, bomb humbug, whatever the angry old man says. That word. You know what? I'm jealous of these kids now, dude. They got these little freaking bikes going. Oh my gosh, give me one second. The time on my phone got backwards. It was kind of freaking me out. It was like all reversed and weird. But yeah, no, I'm jealous of those kids. So now not only are they annoying me and being loud and having fun, which angers me the most, the fact they're having fun. Not only are they being loud and having fun, they have like the technology and the fun toys that I never had. I'm sorry, I'm like getting too much into a performance because there's people around me and it's throwing me off. My vibe is becoming more self-conscious just because of the reality around me of people observing me. And like, trust me, I'm not just blabbering on super loud as I walk near some random person, but I'm like, I have to like weave around it. It's like a part of my brain is dedicated to just navigating the logistics of everyday life as I walk around in the daytime. Way more like sensory overload occurring at any moment. And like I'm just subject to that whether I want to be or not. The thing I wanted to mention was there's race and there's gendered perspectives that are slightly different just from a ratio standpoint, in terms of like this demographic can see kind of how the woke thing's annoying for this gender or race or whatever it is, right? But they might have a blind spot in another area. Even so, like I have blind spots for various groups that probably the woke ideology harbors, right? So it's not like I'm perfect on this or anything. It's just more I understand that other people have blind spots towards the realities that I live in or others live in, right? And I think many men have faced the cultural toxicity more than women, and they've seen it firsthand much more. I think they understand the problem a little deeper for that reason, and it is what it is. It's nothing to do with anything beyond, who is aimed at to be a part of something and who's aimed at to be the target of something. And women are aimed at to be a part of something, not the target of something. And it is what it is, but it's not even about feminism. In terms of wokeism, I hear white women complain about how like the race thing kind of gets in the way of certain interactions and people assume that they're like racist. This white woman will be telling me like, this person just automatically assumes like, and I have to like really like prove myself in order for them not to think I'm racist. And I'm like, I know how that feels from the racist and from the gender sexist angle. So it's very interesting to hear someone kind of see one angle of it, not the other. And I guarantee you there are other men that have experienced this. There's probably people that have experienced it where they can understand the race, but they don't like a black guy. I'm sorry to say, I'm not a black guy, but I guess all these things. I'm not a white, I'm not a woman either. So whatever, we're just all fair game in this surreal feels. I hope if it's not for you, oh, fuck off and go make your own thing. I don't hate anyone. Or no. Okay, how about this? If you're a white guy, we'll pull in this angle. It's not out of fear. It's actually just, I think I screwed up here. I want to kind of pull into like contemporary culture. Imagine like a white guy, right? He understands like, hey, like people don't like me. People don't like him. Let's just say he gets that vibe, right? People, they just don't like me because I'm white. Like, they don't like me because I'm white. What he feels, right? And he's like always saying this, and meanwhile, he never really realizes his gender is also another thing that's factoring in. Everything that's a gender discrimination, he's attributing it to race discrimination. What I'm trying to point out is like, people can still be blind to the whole picture, even if they see part of the picture of the culture. There's some people where they complain about like, oh my gosh, everyone thinks I'm racist or everyone thinks I'm sexist. And then they go around defending all the woke stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, like you're feeding the monster that devours you on the daily, right? And I don't think these people understand that. And I just go, how do you not understand, like, people are being taught these things to hate you? You just think that you're a bad person. Like, you don't even understand that you think you're a bad person, and they taught you that. It's so, like, ingrained in you, and it's so subtle that you don't even understand. And it's okay, because it's normal, and you're supposed to hate yourself. You're supposed to not like yourself. You're supposed to think you're the bad guy. You're supposed to think you're stupid. You're supposed to silence yourself. You're supposed to oppress yourself. And if you don't, the society and culture will do it for you. I just think we need to start looking at the roots and, like, the connections between everything, and understand that, you know, if you feed a monster, don't be surprised when it comes back to devour you. It's hard to care about the complaints of someone that doesn't understand they're feeding the monster. There's, like, a lack of mindfulness between the energy they put in, the vibrations they put into the universe, and then what they get out of it. They just don't connect what's going on. And I'm like, you're a part of the problem. I can complain about it because I'm not feeding the monster. You are. And that bothers me. Is it okay for me to be bothered? Am I allowed to be angry? I don't like people feeding monsters that they don't even like themselves. I think it's stupid. I think it's harmful. It's a bad thing. But I'm the bad guy for being honest. Whatever. Maybe I'm too judgmental. Regardless, this is what I'll say. Sydney Sweeney. I just want to say, the interview, the way she handled it was perfect. It was great. And she didn't feed into the racist angle and assume she's the bad guy just because they told her and told society that she's the bad guy. Because that's not what's in her heart, right? That's not what's in her mind. And I assume she's being honest about that. I assume, because I don't get a hateful vibe. It doesn't matter. And these interviewers, they show up with hate in their hearts. They want to, like, harm people. And there's people that defend it. It's weird. I'm just sitting here like, you know, you don't get it. Like, you attack Nick Fuentes, you look like a douchebag. You look stupid. You make him look good. You attack Sydney Sweeney. Like, these aren't the same people, but it's like, why? How do you think this is going to work? You think you can be a bully and it's going to work? It's not going to work anymore. There's more and more Americans that see through the bullying. They see through what you're doing. It's not funny. It's not cool. Like, these are Americans. Like, treat them just, like, with curiosity and interest. You don't have to hate them. I don't get it. I actually have no idea if Sydney Sweeney is American, dude. I genuinely know absolutely nothing about her. So I'm genuinely, I'm so sorry. I'm talking about someone I know nothing about these people, really. As you guys just hear me rant on, you're like, wow, this real guy knows a lot of stuff. I'm like, no, I barely know anything about these people. But you know what? I want to at least assume that people are okay. Or good. Good's a strong word, but okay. Regardless, the way I look at the interview is it was people trying to bully her into this position that it's wrong to have, like, this blonde white girl, blue eyes, whatever the heck it is. And it's just like, it's not a problem. It's okay. Just like it'd be okay if it was a black person and she was talking about how great her genes are and it was an attractive black woman. I'd be like, okay, cool. I think many Americans would be like, okay, cool. Yeah, she does have great genes. She's attractive. Maybe some Americans, I know, trust me, people are like kind of weird with race for some reason, with certain, for men and women and different races besides just black people. And so people are, I'm sorry, we just got to be honest, right? People are a little weird. It's okay though. I don't hate them. Like, everyone has their own taste. And it's the same way I look at someone that's gay or bi or whatever it is. It's like, okay, like, cool, dude, like, you have your taste. And it's like, same thing, like, for me, I'm like, okay, like, if I like women that are different races and stuff, like, as long as you're cool with me feeling that way, you can think that you can think whatever you think, and I can respect it too. Like, everyone has their taste, and maybe there's sometimes people have their taste and it's racist, and like that's the reality too. That sucks. But sometimes it's just innate for whatever reason, dude, because I don't know. It's really getting weird, these conversations. It's uncomfortable for me. And it's probably uncomfortable for many of you. But hopefully you can hear what I was attempting to say, which is probably just a bunch of idiocy, but it's something. But with the Sydney Sweeney thing, if, like, you look at that commercial with the jeans and you go, you know what? Like, they need just, like, diversity in there. Like, it would have been fine as long as there was, like, a black woman or, like, Hispanic or, like, some kind of diversity there. If it was a black woman that did the same exact thing and she said, you know, my genes are whatever, great or whatever the hell, do you think that these same people would be saying, oh my gosh, this is a terrible commercial. It's talking about eugenics and, like, how certain genes are better than others and we need more black people and, like, black women and they're better than others, and, like, what is it telling all the white women and the Hispanic women and the Asian women and all this kind of stuff? Do you think that our society would actually do that? With a straight face, be honest with me, you know that wouldn't happen. Now, if you know that wouldn't happen and you know that a black woman could do the same thing and no one would get on her case, yet a white woman does it and it's a problem and she's a bad person and, like, a racist or whatever, I think that you have some sort of racial bias going on, whether you're aware of it or not, and you need to examine it and see why you think that a white woman saying that her genes are great is a bad thing and a black woman doing it's not a problem. Something's gone wrong with your software. I'm cool with it, whatever it would be. And they say great genes, I'd be like, okay, whatever race, whatever it is. It's an attractive person, she has great genes, I get it, like, that's cool. Like, okay, I get what they're going for, and I move on. I don't go like, okay, what's the race of this woman? What's the gender of this person? Like, even the gender part, I almost go, best I can, I'm just like, okay, it's a person that's attractive. Like, okay, they have great genes. Okay, cool. But then you get these woke lefties like, oh my gosh, did you see the white woman saying she has great genes? Like, she's beautiful and she's confident in herself. She's not even fat and she's confident in herself. What's going on? And it's just like, no, like, anyone can be confident in themselves. I thought you guys just want some people to be confident in themselves, be all beautiful and, like, confident in their own unique quality or whatever. And then all of a sudden someone does that you know, you don't like their unique qualities, like the fact that they're white or have blue eyes and blonde hair. And you're just like, oh my gosh, like, this is wrong and racist. And I'm like, oh no, that's because our culture is racist. Because if you were to change the race of the person in this Sydney Sweeney commercial, we would have no problem with it. It's not about eugenics. It's about a bunch of woke fools that have been brainwashed into thinking that white people are somehow a problem just for existing. And that if they exist, they have to exist with other races in order to just be allowed to exist and not to be a bad person that hates others. And it's like, no, you could just, like any other race, just exist as yourself and it's okay. I look at like some more homogenous Asian cultures and I respect and value them. Like I'm actually for like a multicultural, multiracial America, you know? I think our culture needs some kind of work, and I don't know what that looks like, but there's a lot of folks around here I disagree with vehemently, and I think they have just terrible bad ideas for all of us. I know that much. I don't know if I have the answers, but I know a lot of people don't have good answers for us. And we need to prevent them from giving us the bad answers. Regardless, this is why I respect the Sydney Sweeney thing, is she's one of the first celebrities I've seen that was portrayed to be an evil person because of her race. And she said, hey, like, that's not really my game. I did my thing. I'll say what I care about when I want to. And then she moved on with her life. Beautiful, beautiful interview. Wow, those are great genes, inside and out. Let me tell you, it was a pretty solid display. I've talked to a woman about this, a white woman, that's been like portrayed to be racist and felt bothered that why do people just assume I'm racist? And I'm like, well, the culture tells them that's the way to be. And then you look at Sydney Sweeney, the way she acts here, and I applaud it. And I go, hey, you know that monster white woman that is making you seem like you're racist and it bothers your everyday life because you know you're not racist? Sydney Sweeney making an effort to actually do something as a celebrity. Like, that's something. That's something. And I'm trying to praise it. And then this white woman that's so bothered with this is like, oh my gosh, how dare she not feed the monster? She should have fed the monster and given in. And I go, okay, cool. Just don't complain to me anymore about being portrayed to be racist and stuff, like if you're not willing to applaud the people that try to fight for a different reality for you. It's so sad when you see some people that are just ignorant, and it's like, the problem is that you see problems and you complain about things that you don't even understand where they come from. You just think they're innate and natural. They're not innate and natural. Some of this is cultural poison, societal poison. The zeitgeist gone wrong, straight down to zero, into the depths of hell.